this is like fun with other, running friends. So I'm like, I'm going to do it because I knew it would put me in a good mood.
You are my BRF.
What's happening, Eric?
They're for your victory lap.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I just, how did that happen?
How did you do that?
And all of a sudden I go to zip it up and I'm like, why is the zipper in the front right now? 0 out of 10 on the recommendation scale.
I am literally crying from laughter and from so much love. Oh my God.
It's like I fought for your cornhole.
And he just smashed Arnie like that and said, "You stay out of this, Arnie." And I thought,
I don't run to stay sober. I get to run because I am.
And there she was, a halo over her head.
No, it's not freaking true. Okay. And he steps to the side and just gestures. Here's the tinkle pot. I don't need to tinkle.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to episode 188 of the On the Runs podcast. It's October and summer doesn't want to end, baby. It's been a couple of weeks since I last saw Six Star, and in that time, she PR'd a 100-miler. She quit the podcast. Get your popcorn ready for that conversation. And now she's back on the podcast, and this week she's off to the Chicago Marathon after just reaching her goal of $5,000. Needless to say, I'm wicked excited to have my kick-ass rockstar co-host back, Six Star Erica. What's up?
I'm back, y'all. What's going on? I'm not mad at you anymore.
Anymore. Oh, you have no reason to be. I did nothing wrong. And
we were having some beef, y'all.
We can get to that conversation in the outro. I did nothing wrong. I'm going to hold my ground. I hope you're ready for that battle when we get to it.
Oh,
but
them's fighting words.
Couple things. Couple huge kudos is to you. First, a PR in the 100-miler, and then $5,000 for your Chicago Marathon fundraising. Way to go!
Thank you. I can't even take credit for that. Everyone out there who has donated to my fundraiser for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, I thank you for helping me hit this massive goal. It is incredible. So all of that money's doing some good.
For the conversation later, I thought do we put up a poll? Who's right? Who's wrong? And I was like, no, even if I'm right, they're going to vote you. And it's evidence in the fundraising. Everyone gave their money to you. And it made you $5,000, and I granted, you probably tried harder.
You didn't
or you
post
just,
anything.
I did. I absolutely did. But anyways, I didn't do anything. Well, I did do the huge. Needless to say, everybody loves you. Everybody's happy you're back. They're going to be upset next week because you're going to be gone again. Get to that all in the outro. But 100-miler, holy cow! A PR, not even by a minute. By 90 minutes and some change. Holy schnauzers.
Yup. Everything clicked last weekend. Oh my God, I did this last weekend. That was pretty insane. And if you think about it, so that hour and a half PR was from my Washington 100-miler. The one that I did, my very first one in Virginia, that was like a 3-hour PR. Granted, it was a different course because it was this one got kind of truncated.
Was it still Creeper Trail?
It's still the Creeper Trail, but we couldn't do the entire thing because Hurricane Helene came in last year and destroyed a lot of trestles. So it was just a lot of out and backs.
Oh, it destroyed the bridges.
Yeah, so we couldn't go. We did three laps of from Abingdon to Damascus, back and forth. And instead of going White Top to Abingdon to White Top to Abingdon. So it was a little different course, but still 3 hours faster than the last time I did it at that course.
Well, you went for redemption. That's what you said. You had to go for redemption. Now, was the redemption from your first 100-miler there in Virginia, or was it because of last year with Hurricane Helene?
A little of both. I mean, that first year I did it, I hated the experience. I was miserable. My feet hurt. They were swollen and itchy and blistered. And I fell down in the first 13 miles of a 100-miler. That was pretty miserable. And this year just went so much better. I didn't fall at all. That's a win in itself.
It's amazing because you're You're not like speedy, super fast. You
No,
just go out there.
no.
But so many people struggle to even complete these 100 milers multiple times. Jason was there. He DNF'd again. It was like his 5th DNF of the Yeti 100.
Mm.
We love you, Jason, but it's your
Mhm.
5th. You just somehow figure it out, whether it's last minute or you just keep chugging. Charlotte, I know, was there. I think she DNF'd. So
Mhm.
it's no joke, and you're a little bit like me. You're like, I'm coming all the way here. I'm not going to leave without a buckle, and I'm not going to leave without a medal. It's like I'm going to complete the race.
Yeah, yeah. Have some fire motivating my ass, you know.
Right.
It was quite the weekend for weather though. It was so hot and humid the entire time, and I feel like that took a lot of people out. And you guys know me. I love running in the heat. I would rather run in the heat of the day with the humidity like high as hell. So this was kind of my jam. I mean, there were some dark moments where I just couldn't eat enough, and I just took an hour to change and eat food, and I was ready to go for another lap. So it just takes a little extra time to stop, do a reset, and get your mindset back where it needs to be. So
Now, you
that's
didn't
all I
bring a
had to do.
crew. You didn't really
No.
have a real crew because the people you were with were all running too. So
Yeah.
maybe I know from pictures I saw, which there's very few, and no one knows you were there because there was no social media
I'll
content.
get there. I'll get
But
there.
it's well past that time.
Oh, I
But
posted my anchor
who
down
was
stuff
there?
like 2 weeks later.
Who was there? You know, did you run into them a lot on the course, or were you just kind of like on your own? Like you really don't need a crew for some of these, and then sometimes it's nice to have, but I don't think you'd need it. You still PR.
Yeah. So I did go into this without a crew. We were staying down there. I was with Charlotte, who I hope you listened to her episode. It was totally awesome. And she delivered with her costume. I can only half describe it, but she was the creepy Pepsi machine baby. So you guys gotta Google that.
I was wondering, okay, I've never heard of that before in my life. So I was like, had no clue. I thought she was maybe like, Clark's Trading Post in New Hampshire has the werewolf man. I thought
Oh.
like it was like some Virginia version of that, like the guy from Deliverance.
Honestly, it's Yeti Trail Runner lore at this point. Like it's it's a whole thing. But she had her awesome costume. So she was there. Our good friend Brian came back. Pat Early, he is one of the co-race directors for the Devil Dogs Ultra with
Yes.
Wes. We had Wes on, so he was running with us. And then one of Charlotte's friend, Christelle.
What was his last name?
Early.
Yeah,
Pat
I
Early.
heard his dad came early.
Oh, good. Okay. I don't have to make that. But
I have a friend, Josh Early, who he said that all the time about his dad.
Oh, that's weird. That's really weird. But yeah, so it was the 5 of us out there, and I like to joke about this with Brian because when we had to kind of readjust our plans last year, we went to North Carolina and did a race. I was running with him, and he had his own pacing schedule, and I was just trying to like keep up with him. So I called myself his barnacle. Like I was just like hanging on. I was just hanging on to him, and then he would do his thing, and if I couldn't keep up, that was it. So this year I was Brian's barnacle once again, and he paced me through 60 miles basically. So that set me up super well for getting my PR this year.
Yes.
But since there were so many out and backs, you saw people constantly. So I was never truly alone, but for the last 40 miles I was running alone for the most part.
You know what's hard about an out and back, and also hard like with many, or a loop course,
Yes.
is you just know like there's so many times you're like, I can stop right now. I've been doing my long runs on the Londonderry Rail Trail. I've been parking right in the middle of the parking ride, just leaving my fuel, my water, my truck, and I'm like 9 miles in. I could stop. 11 miles. I could stop right now. 15. What? I got 3 more. What's the point? Like I got it, and then I just kudos to me. I'm going to pat myself on the back. I got my mileage every time. I got the 20 coming up.
Good job.
So,
good job.
But that's hard mentally. Like you keep going by your car, or you keep going by the spot where you can turn around, or where you can essentially quit, and you didn't quit.
Well, this one was a little different on account of each out and back was 32. Actually, the first one was 34 miles, and then you had 32 miles to go. So you really couldn't drop out unless you wanted somebody to come pick you up somewhere. There was no good place to do it.
It's like so easy to do it at 64 when you're back at that spot.
I mean, that was 68.
69, call it that.
It kind of worked out though. I I knew that once I set out for that last lap, I was going to finish. So once I just had to finish lap 2, just finish lap 2. That was the only thing that was going through my head. Lap 3, I didn't even worry about. And I was in such good spirits once I finally made it out for that lap. The way my brain works, I was trying to figure out like cutoffs. They gave you certain cutoffs. Like you had to leave for your last lap by 2 a.m. I left by 11:30. I was like, I'm already 3 hours ahead of schedule. Like like I was very happy knowing I had extra time. I had like 14 hours to do one lap. So my brain just was in a good mood because I knew I wasn't really chasing cutoffs.
There you go.
Hell
Super
yeah.
cool. Did you go in the basement?
We did not go in the basement. Dude, we wanted to. I know, he's shaking his head. Yeah, I don't even have an excuse. We just didn't. We were so exhausted. It just didn't
You
happen.
had the chance before when I
Yes.
was on the phone
Yes.
with you. The basement was right there. Oh,
Yeah, but then Charlotte was going to bed soon because you called me like right
you
at
could have
the.
gone alone with nobody.
that was not going to be part of the fun. Yeah, we actually did talk about it, how I was going to do it like MTV Crib style. Be like, oh guys, check out this. And I would have the phone and like get all the creepy bits of the basement. And then I'd flip the phone at me and I would have Charlotte in the background just standing there in her creepy baby costume. So honestly, when we go back again, we can always do something.
So you're going back?
Eventually. I think we're all going to, I think it's like cursed now to go on even years. So we'll go back for an odd year.
Okay. What's Jason think about that? Like, is he going to be upset? Or are you going to go to Washington again? Like, could you always do a Jason Green race?
I would love to keep doing these Yeti races. I met so many amazing people. Like, you guys will, when I eventually post pictures, you will see the wonderful glitter beard
Good luck,
himself.
Guys. It's going to be weeks after. That's going to be after Ghost Train.
You know what? People will still check about. And if they don't, I don't really care because it's for me. But the glitter beard himself, Jerry and Rich, was there. And he is just so much fun. He's like the MC DJ for this whole party at like the main aid station. And he just made it so much fun. We were joking about, I was trying to change and I had on one of those changing like towels. And he's like, it's okay to get naked. And then he's like, oh, somebody's going to break out a stripper pole. And I was like, oh, poles? And I pulled out my hiking poles and he's like, yeah. So he came over, grabbed one and starts like dancing with it, riding it like a pony. It's a lot funnier than it sounds. But when I wound up finishing the race, like there's pictures of me and him doing that like
yeah, I thought it was
line.
like Happy Gilmore. You know how he has every job, and every job he's doing that, you know?
Yep. I mean, it kind of is, but
or just riding the horse around the green.
He raised my spirit so much because I was in the dark place at mile 68 and just some little jokes here and there 69. From him. Whatever. But they brought me back to life and I was in a good mood. So big props to Jerry. And I even did fireball shots out there. I probably shouldn't have, but I did. So all in all, had a wonderful time out in Yeti.
And there's a Stoolie sticker on a Pepsi machine.
Yes, the famous Yeti Pepsi machine that gives out Fireball. I actually got to sign the inside of it too. I didn't know that was a thing. But yep, Stoolie lives right on the side. And he lives on the Stoolie in the Wild page on Instagram.
Love it.
Yes.
Absolutely love it.
So I did
Congratulations.
something out there. Thank you, dude.
Now on to number 2.
Yes.
You reached your goal, which wasn't your original goal, but you surpassed $5,000 for the Chicago Marathon. Let's talk about that. Wow.
That was cool. more than I could ever imagine raising. I'm just so happy and thankful for all of you out there who helped me get to that goal. I mean, I only had to raise $2,000, but you guys went above and beyond, honestly. Like yourself included, Mr. Stooley. I'm looking at you. And just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know what else to say. You guys are great.
Congratulations. $5,000 for the American Association for Suicide Awareness, something along those lines.
American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Close enough.
That's it.
Yes. You guys are great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, you know, I think connected from something I've talked about all the time. It has actual meaning to you.
It does.
Versus eye and ear, which nothing against eye and ear, but it's like, I'm running for eye and ear. Oh, do you have eyesight? Are you blind? No. But it's like me with Team Force. I'm running for Team Force. I have no connection to that. I
Mhm.
was lucky to get an email and an invite to join the team, and I had 24 hours to make a decision. And I was like, I'll just pay it myself. This is fine. If anyone gives
Mhm.
me anything, great. But I had no, I can't be like, you know, runs in the family that deep. I know my grandfather had leukemia, and I know my mom would correct me if everyone in the family probably had cancer, but just I never really felt like it's affected me like it's
Mhm.
affected so many people we've met through this podcast. And speaking of that, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Get to that in a second. But you have such a meaningful connection to this because of your brother Nick.
Yes. Yes. And if anything, I hope this money goes towards getting people help that they need. Just hoping to obviously prevent the extreme. So
I also feel like you're so much more comfortable today talking about this than you were even before the podcast, because I didn't know about your brother Nick for the longest time until maybe a year before we started this. And then we had a couple conversations around a few things that were off limits, right? And you're like, let's just not bring it up. If it comes up, it comes up.
It's
Took
such a
150
hard
something
yeah.
episodes, but it worked for you because of this
It's such a
foundation.
hard thing to bring up because it's hard. Like it's dealing with loss and it's never an easy thing to
It
talk
doesn't
about.
naturally
So
come up in conversation either.
no, and I don't
Especially
want
on this
people to feel
podcast.
bad for me,
Right.
but it happened and I feel for everyone who's been affected by it, and it's just it is a tough subject. So it's how do you bring that up in a normal conversation? It doesn't flow.
You don't.
Yeah,
And you don't
but
need to.
I will be honest about it. If anybody ever wants to talk about it, I am an open book.
Right. Well, I'm proud of you. Great job. You're going to have a blast in Chicago. And then you're doing another ultra like a week later. Like, you're just crazy, insane. So Yeti, Chicago, Ghost Train. And what's the goal for Ghost
This is
Train?
pretty
You going
much
for
the end of
100
my
again?
season. I
So
am.
the marathon
God,
is
you guys,
really
I
just
don't
kind of
know.
like a little, like, keeping some miles in your legs between ultras. That's what it is.
Because as if I don't have enough miles on my legs already. But hey, I did
Just
this
icing on the
before.
cake.
Yeah, I mean, I did the exact same thing before I went to Yeti the first year in 2023. I ran Clarence DeMar the weekend before and then ran the 100. I can't really say I ran that 100, but I feel like I'm in a better spot to do another one. We'll see. But yeah, I was just talking to some friends today, and I'm trying to lock in some Pacers who want to just come hang out. And if anybody wants to hang out anyways, it's such a party over at Camp Tevia in Brookline. So that's where the base
Need
camp
you to come
is.
hang out at one of my races.
Well, when are you doing
Done.
one that I'm not doing?
I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'm doing New York City. I don't know if you knew that.
I did know that, and you're running with your sister
You can come
Hannah.
and cheer me on. You've never come to a race that you weren't running in that I was. So
Can we make it where it's drivable and where I don't have to spend $500 a night on
not
a
a
hotel
bad
room?
drive. It's about 4 hours.
Yes, but I don't want to spend
I'd say
$500.
it's the same as Anchor Down without traffic.
Well, we'll see.
I'm just
But
giving
hey,
you a hard time.
you are running with your sister, who is going to be excellent company because you are running the whole thing with her, right? You decided
I
that
think
official?
that's the plan. I think that's the plan.
You guys are going to have so much
She
fun.
missed her 20 miler this weekend because she got norovirus. She
Oh,
podcasted
no.
last week. You know how Michael Jackson, you know how Michael Jordan had his flu game last week? Hannah's
No.
debut on the podcast was her flu game.
Oh
She
my
was
God.
sick,
Well,
and
she
she
did
brought
amazing.
the energy, and you wouldn't have known.
No, I had no idea just listening to it, but yeah, you're going to be great. You're going to have I heard your brother's flying in for this. Yeah, your brother's going to be there?
Yeah. Well, again, another person flying in for Hannah, not for me.
How can they fly in just for her and not for you too? Come on. I'm excited
No,
for
because
you guys.
you must have listened to last week's podcast after you got pissed off. He didn't fly in for my races in the past, but now he's all of a sudden flying in for hers.
I did hear the argument that you're like, well, if you went to Mount Tremblant, you would have seen me like 12, 13 something time.
Yeah.
You kind of destroyed that argument.
I'm going to
But
destroy
still.
one in a little bit on the outro. But before we get to the outro, we need to get to our amazing guest today because it's October, and October is what, Erica?
Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
So it's our 4th year doing this, and we need to kind of remember how we started this. So last week you heard the best of on Thursday, and we
Mhm.
just need to like shout out. This was someone I work with when I started the podcast. She's like, her name is Barbara. I called her Babs. Only her best friends call her Babs. And then when I started calling her that, she's like, "Aw." So Babs is like, you need to meet my friend Nikki Bacon. And Nikki had breast cancer, and she started training for the Hartford Marathon, made a ton of money for this amazing charity in New England, and was highlighted on all their pictures and stuff. It was super cool. And we decided, let's talk to a few people. So that year we had Nikki Bacon, Jackie Hellier. We did the 5K for Jay episode, and we had Angela
Yeah.
Pohl, who was just amazing. Angela Pohl just killed it. And then that like sparked so much interest from Chicago. That's actually how we met Patrick and so many of the NERC runners.
That's
remember.
right. Oh, I love going back and reliving the history.
Yeah. And then the next year it was Jay, Sherry, Christina Lewis. And then last year was insane. It was 5 people. It was like we had to fill every Tuesday, which we're not doing this year. But last year it was Stephanie and Aaron and Lindsay, Candace, and then Christina Cugaluto.
And just love her last name.
I do. I really do. What I love
Yep.
about most of these people is we've kept a connection with them throughout those 4 years. Like Christina and I still chat. You know, Candace for years, and we knew Candace before she had breast cancer.
Mhm.
Stephanie is still doing her thing. She's running New York. Angela Pohl all the time. Jay Duncan and I like having beers at NASCAR a couple weeks ago.
I'm so jealous. But hey, Jay is going to do a lap at Ghost Train with me, so I'm
Yeah.
pumped for that.
Yeah, maybe she'll get content. But
It's everybody else's job. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
But this year, if you remember, back in April, we had the fundraising episodes, and we met Ann Keene. And Ann just all of a sudden goes, "Well, I'm running for Dana-Farber because I have stage 4 cancer." And we were like,
"What?" Mhm.
We didn't know this because those are quick episodes. Tell us who you're running for, how you're running, how training's going. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
bada bing, bada boom, go. We were like, we need to have you back. And so Ann Keene is going to be our featured breast cancer awareness runner of the month. What does that mean? Yes, we're only having one this month. It's not the only episode for this reason, but Ann is our only guest. She is our premiere, our exclusive, the one and only, because it's a busy month. Chicago, New York, the Marines Marathon,
Mhm.
and next week it will be centered around a little bit of Aaron. So that'll be a lot of fun. But
Yes.
Ann Keene is freaking amazing, and just again blew us out of the park with some surprises on this episode, right?
Yeah, we loved her so much when we talked to her back around Boston Weeks that we just had to get her back to learn more about her and just hear about what's going on.
Yeah, she was incredible, guys. Enjoy
I
this.
so- I
You're
love
going to
her so
learn a
much.
lot about water polo, by the way. It's
So
super
random, but I
cool.
love it.
Yeah, it was awesome. So, guys, enjoy Ann Keene on the On the Runs podcast, and we'll see you on the other side.
Oh my God, Anne, you are just as amazing as we knew you are. I'm just so proud of you for sticking with it every day. And I know what you're going through just cannot be easy, but you have such high spirits and you just give it out so generously to everyone. So thank you for everything that you do. We love you.
Yeah, incredible. So fun. That was a great episode. We like learned things because when we actually had her on for the fundraiser episodes, we recorded those in like February, some even in January, and we dropped them on YouTube early. But the actual episode on the podcast feed came out in April. And between that time, she did the whole Bank of America thing. And we got to hear that. You guys got to hear that here, like how that went. That was so cool that she got featured. So now we know 2 people who've been a part of that, Maurice and now Ann. So that was incredible. And then the whole water polo thing was just like, that was fun. That was so fun.
I never knew. I never would guess. Like, it's such a cool sport. And I had no idea that you could even play it around here. But I mean, hey, if your school has a pool, go for it.
Yeah.
Mine did not.
Got to shout out some of our sponsors, some of our partners. And thank you so much for doing this, guys, and for helping us bring cool guests like Ann on. My Race Tats and Right Socks. You guys are awesome. And then I do want to shout out, as I said I would, Firefly. And I got them on my feet right now. Some UFOs.
Oh, did you see they make New York City ones now?
I did not see that. That's super cool. So maybe should I get some New York ones? We'll see how New York goes. We'll see how New York goes. Hey, so I got some cool facts for you.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
Before you quit the podcast last week, I was doing some fact checking. I was, it's funny when we started this podcast, we would go on and check the downloads every day. We'd be like, oh my God, we got 10 downloads today. Right?
I haven't
The
checked
first
in a
ever episode.
while.
Same. I haven't. But recently I did check because it was the end of the quarter. If you work in a business, you got quarters, and the third quarter just ended.
Yes.
So I checked. I want to see where we're in comparison to last year, right? So
Sure.
this year, at the end of Q3, we have already surpassed last year's total downloads.
Holy crap.
Holy crap, right? Now, some of you might say, well, Eric, of course you have. You've been dropping 2 episodes a week pretty consistently the first half of the year. And I say no. Because when I counted up all our episodes last year, we had 72 drops. And this year, up until Q3, we've only had 62. So not only did we surpass last year, we did it in 10 less episode drops.
Okay. I love that.
That also does not include our 2 Dynamite episodes last year with Bex Gentry, which equaled 17% of our total downloads last year.
Oh my God. Well, that's because everybody loves Bex. We all love Bex.
So I want to shout out every one of our listeners because we'll do something at the end of the year. I think we've done it each year, like a state of the pod, some fun facts of the pod, how we did that year. We're not ashamed. We everything we do is organic. We don't buy or boost post. We don't pay for sponsored ads. We don't pay for followers because we know there's people out there who do. Everything's organic. The goal for next year is, and you're going to hear a lot more about this because we just did our first ever giveaway. That went so well. But the goal for next year is huge, massive expansion of growth, followers, engagement. And we're hoping to bring on some really cool brands, partners that have some leverage there and get them organically, but not just we want people to come here and stick around too. So
absolutely. We have fun, you guys. Come on.
Yeah, that's the goal. We're doing live shows and expos coming up soon. We're going to be announcing. In fact, we can announce right now, thank God you didn't quit for good. But we will be on broadcasting live. We will be recording live from the Newburyport Half Marathon on the 26th of October. So if you're going to be there running a Millennium Race for, they got a 5K, half marathon, and a relay. We'll be there just like we were for the 10 miler. I think it'll be a little colder, but that's fine. It's crisp in the morning.
Yep.
And we'll also be at it for the Manchester Marathon. So
yes,
those are happening. I have a goal, guys. Can't promise. Next year, I think I can promise. But I also want to be able to live stream that to our YouTube channel when we're there. That's a goal.
Just as long as we can get the camera to stay on the whole time.
Yes.
We'll keep it nice and cool.
I think we'll use the computer for the live stream. It'll be like a little side view because the live stream will actually have behind the scenes in between. Because I'm not going to ever hit stop on that. So that's the goal. That's the goal. But those are some cool stats I wanted to share with you. And you're a big part of it. So, and the listeners were too, and everything else. It's really cool. It's cool to see that. So things are good. Things are looking great, guys.
I'm glad you did share those with me because I haven't checked in a long time, but it's nice to know that you guys are sticking with us. We appreciate you so much for listening to us. I mean, I say it every episode and we mean it so deeply. So thank you.
Thank you. All right. So get your popcorn out. Because last week you were at trivia. And
I was at trivia.
The podcast. And I didn't make anything up. I said on the story you weren't going to be there. And I said, that's okay. It's trivia night. You're at trivia night. There's nothing in the contract. You commented on the story too. And didn't show any signs of displeasure. And then I basically said the same thing on the intros. Erica's at trivia night. I clearly said, I'm not upset. I'm not mad. Wasn't sarcasm. And the next morning I get a, what the fuck, dude?
All right. Here
and then
we
you
go.
quit.
Yep.
Which
All
was
right,
a funny,
so-
it wasn't real quit, but.
No, I would never quit.
So tell everyone why. Clear your name because you think I made you look bad. So you go ahead, clear your name.
A little bit. All right. So
I did not.
I was in fact at trivia. My father was in town. So everybody knows if Donnie Hamill's in town, I gotta see Donnie Hamill. How can I go without seeing him? So we arranged ahead of time that we would do actually the recording with Anne. We got to do her recording early. So Monday was a free day
guest for trivia night. Yes.
Yes. It kind of worked out. Just we had somebody drop, and so we flip-flopped around, and it worked out for everyone. So yeah, Monday off, got to hang out with Donnie Hamill. So I'm in Virginia, and I'm coming home. It's Sunday, and I'm looking at On the Run stories, and you get to hang out with Tara. You guys were doing that awesome 5K. Was a little jealous you got to hang out, and you guys are out there like, oh, hey, this is just showing that you can do content whether you're doing a 5K or a 100-miler. And I was like, all right, that's a dig on me. I get it.
Not the first time I've done that.
I know.
Haven't
I know.
gotten in
But
trouble
so I
for
was
that
like,
yet
okay.
before.
I know. So I see I think it was Monday. I was home. I took the day off because exhausted. Got home really late on Sunday from traveling, from running this 100-miler. I'm tired.
And to be clear, you offered to do the Tros with me Monday, like at noon, and I had work. I had real life commitments, which is surprising.
Yes, I believe actually you were doing your long run that day because
I did that like
I saw another story.
Yeah.
I saw another story saying like, "Oh, Erica's not going to be here because of trivia," and then I'm like, "What the hell, man?" Okay. And we had talked, and you're like, I got somebody who's going to sub in. And I was like, all right, cool. We'll get the guest sub. And then the Tros roll around, and I'm like, dude, come on. Like, you're still giving me shit. So
nobody knew.
So I was like, we talked about this. So I was a little on the downer side because I'm like, he's just giving me so much shit, you guys. And like, we talked about this and it was okay. And so I was just like, fuck this. And I was all mad about it.
And I knew you weren't serious. But like, if I had my phone on me right now, I could go back and read the chat because you did it in the group chat, by the way. And
which is exactly why you knew
Tara
I wasn't.
had the popcorn meme. And you're like, I told you I would have done it the week before. I go, no, that's a rule. We don't do that. And you're like, lies. And I'm like, bullshit, whatever. And you're like, I quit.
So you knew I wasn't serious. Yeah, you knew I wasn't serious because I put it in the group chat.
The conversation went on between other things, right, in the group chat, and you purposely turned it off because you could see when you view it, and it was hilarious.
Yep, I didn't look at it all day long. I was like, I have to work today, and I'm also not happy about that part, so I'm just gonna ignore it. And then I cooled off a little bit, and I was fine. So,
well,
but I got to give your sister props. She was wonderful, and it was good to finally get her on the podcast. I'm just sad that I wasn't there to join her, to get to talk to her a little bit too. So hopefully we can get her back around the New York City
Well, I might
Marathon.
have to bring her back next week because you're missing next week. You're missing 2 out of 3 weeks.
Yes,
Unless
but
I
will be in Chicago.
I offered
so.
to send my microphone because you don't want to send yours. I offered to send it to your hotel.
I don't want to be responsible for a microphone.
Oh, bullshit.
Like, no. Do you want me to really bring it? I am checking a bag, so I'll just put it in the bag.
Nope.
If you want me to, I'll do it.
Because I promise
Sunday
not
night,
to get in the way of thing I cannot say.
I might have a couple of drinks, but I'll record on Sunday.
If anything, that might be an option. Do you want to do that? By the way, I've had 2 people ask me now about when's the Chicago recap recording. I said that's on Erica if she wants to do it. But
yes, somebody has reached out, and I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Well, anyways,
working on it.
I got to figure out next week. I don't want that is an area I won't touch. I don't want to take away from your vacation time. I don't want to take away from Donnie Hamill either.
Oh, Donnie Hamill's already at this point. He's home. So,
but when I do my intro next week and go, Erica's drunk on flatbread pizza or something in Chicago, hanging out for a few extra days in the Windy City, taking her PTO, maxing out the year. She could use it or lose it. I'll figure it out for next week. We don't need to do a recap. You know what we could do? Here's an idea. We could do an
Yes.
end of the year New York City, Chicago recap, or that's just too late. That's too late. Whatever. We'll figure it out. If you want to do a Chicago recap, if you have a blast and you want to get a few of those people who've been DMing us on to do a recap, I'm down for it, but I can't promise I'll be there for that recording because we can't record on the Monday after Chicago, and the Monday after we have your friend in town who's recording with us in person. So
Yes.
and we got to fill in a few more, but I'm totally down if you want to run the show just like you did last year for your Yeti, and I will very more than likely join you, but I'll let you plan the time instead of working around me because my schedule's tough. I only have Monday nights and Sunday nights. So
I'm literally going to
happy.
have 1 or 2 days where I could squeeze it in before it's not relevant anymore. So let me see if I can actually swing it.
Well, I mean, the way you go with your photos, like anything within, 30 days is relevant time. So
You guys are lucky if I post anything, but I want it for myself too. So they'll eventually go up.
again, nothing new. It's nothing new what I did. And I was like, you can't be mad. So I might.
See, low expectations. So when
I
I
am
do stuff,
working-
it's great.
Well, gotta do something. Have you sent some emails out? Have you been checking my show notes?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a reminder for every Tuesday, which is the day that all of these drop, that I read the show notes.
That's how you do it. You got to set some kind of reminder. Good job.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I'm on
Way to
that.
go.
I'm on that because spelling mistakes make me angry.
Nice. All right. Well, when I told you already, like I got your job for our next couple live shows. You're in charge of tickets and merch, and Tara took over and did t-shirts that finally you might wear.
It's a tank top. She did great.
But I prepared something in the theme of trivia night. I got
Sure.
some trivia questions for you because now next time when you have a trivia night, I'll be just like, no, we can do it here on the pod. Are you ready for some trivia? Let's see if you're any good at trivia.
Sure. I will try.
All right.
I like to say I'm good at trivia, but it all depends on what the topic is.
All right. How many times a day, on average, does somebody unlock their phone?
Oh man, that number's got to be pretty big. I'm gonna venture a guess and say 200 times.
Oh my God! So close. 205 is the correct answer.
No shit.
Yep.
I was just thinking about how many times I do it, and I was like, I'm on my phone a lot, so it has a 2-minute timeout screen. So if I'm not looking at it the whole time, I'm having to unlock it a lot.
All right. If you paid attention to Ann Keen's episode, what song is played at almost all the Northeastern Athletic games by the Pep Band?
Oh man, I forgot. I'm gonna cheat. Where's the and notes? Oh, I don't know.
Stacy's Mom.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Okay.
All right. Here are some questions you should get. So you're 0 for 2 so far. Well, you know what? I'm going to give you the first one because you're within 5.
Okay.
All right. But these have to do with your favorite TV show, New Girl.
Okay.
You should get all these.
Oh, I
In
hope
the
so.
pilot episode, why does Jess need to find a new place to live?
Oh, because her boyfriend was cheating on her.
Ding, ding. But bonus points. What was her boyfriend's name?
Spencer.
Oh, my God. Wow. All right.
I'm not
what
lying
is the
when
name-
I said I saw it a whole shitload of times.
What is the name of the bar owned by Nick and Schmidt?
Technically, it's the Griffin, but it doesn't actually have a sign that says it. It's just like a symbol.
Oh my God, you know way too much. What is the safe word that Nick and Jess use during Pepperwood?
Apricot.
No.
Apricot. Yeah, it is.
No! Peaches.
No, it's apricot.
Mhm.
It's
Google
apricot.
says
Oh,
peaches.
Google's very wrong. I will stand by this one.
What character is known for being a douchebag?
Schmidt.
What brand was on the moving truck when Nick almost moved in with Caroline?
Oh, that's a weird one.
It is.
Brand?
Because, like, it's U-Haul.
Not a U-Haul. No.
Yeah, it was U-Haul. But I don't
Was
know.
it?
I don't know what that might have to do with the actual show.
I think it's like move something, like MOV. I don't know.
Okay. What country did Cece get kicked out of? No. What country did Cece's roommate, Nadra, get kicked out of?
I assume you mean the Russian one?
Oh,
She
it
got
was
kicked out of Russia.
It was Germany.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Where are you getting these?
Google. Google.
Who is the roommate? Is it Nadia?
What country did Cece's roommate, Nadra, get kicked out of? Nadia.
Nadia, and
Nadia.
she's Russian. Oh, I thought she got kicked out of Russian, and that's why she had to move to be a model.
Got kicked out of Germany.
Yeah,
What
interesting.
number is the loft apartment?
4. Oh my gosh, I should know this. 401.
Nope.
I don't know.
Nope.
They're on the 4th floor.
1D.
4D. Oh, it's 4D. I knew it was a 4.
Well,
it's
it says
4.
1D.
Wait, your Google is not giving you right answers. They're on the 4th
Nothing
floor.
wrong with Google. Nothing wrong.
Yes, there is.
All
Yes,
right,
there
last
is.
one. How many voicemails does Nick leave Julia before they break up?
Like 7, 11. I don't know.
Yes,
Something
7. Good.
She sent him a cactus. What does it mean?
Going to end on top there. Going to end on top.
I
All
do
right.
know a lot about that show.
Couple things you have here. Pterodactyl, congratulations. U.S. Women's Mid-Amateur Tournament.
Girl, you did so good. We're so proud of you. What a cool
She's
experience.
Super cool. Chicago
love
next
you.
week. Are you going to try to do a meetup?
I sure am. And I'm glad you're looking at the thing because I forget where I said I was going to meet up.
Just doing my job, looking at show notes here. You know,
Yeah.
I've been
See,
trying
I
to get you
tried
to do it for 188 episodes, but you still
I
don't.
put them in when I think of them and when
you
I'm
put
also
them in
like,
because
I
you
need
knew I was mad.
to. And also, I needed to remember this stuff. So I was thinking, whoever's going to be out in Chicago, I don't know what people's plans are, but I'm going to be around from Friday to Tuesday. So basically, you can send me a message if you're looking to meet up.
That's what I
But
was going
I
to
was-
suggest. Have people, if someone wants to meet you, DM Eham.
Yeah.
And, you know, my advice, do go out to a cool shakeout run or something. I think I'm going to do it in New York, and I think I know which one I'm going to try for. So there's only one that I'm actually paying attention, like trying to get the details, and it's going to be at night. And I'm not going to tell you guys who
Not yet.
until you see it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I actually do have a two shakeout runs planned, so who knows if that's a good idea. But Friday night, I am doing a shakeout run with the Vernons, and I'm joining a Peloton shakeout, and Matt Wilpers is going to be there, Marcel Dinkins is going to be there, and Jocelyn Thompson Rule from London is going to be there. So I'm
cool.
going to see at least a couple of pod fam there. I think that's like you have to sign up, so there might be a wait list at this point. But hey, would love to see you if you're going to be out that way. It's going to be you meet somewhere near the Navy Pier,
Awesome.
and
Well,
then
have
I'm
fun.
doing.
Oh,
Ooh.
You go.
And then I am doing the Chicago 5K on Saturday morning. So that's
Doing
the
it
big
all.
5K. It's going to be awesome. If you're going to be there, hit me up. I'd love to see you. And then I was thinking, like, I could meet up at one of the parks, like maybe mid-afternoon, like, or mid-morning before lunch or something, if anybody wants to meet up. And then, of course, race day's happening. And I figure maybe we could do like a drinks meetup, just have a celebration drink post-race. So I'll hammer out all these details. We'll try to pick a place and really just send me a DM because I am cool to work around your schedules. I don't really have a whole lot going on, but I'd love to see you if you're out there.
Awesome. Well, have a blast. Get content, please.
Yes, buddy. Yes. I will bring
And-
my mic. I will make you happy and bring the mic.
You don't need to do that. I'm going to find somebody, or maybe I'll drop a classic or something. I don't need to make you work. I don't need to get you mad.
Not gonna
We
make
don't
me
know when we'll be
mad.
back, but we will be back. Erica's not quitting the pod. She's stuck with
I'm not
us
quitting the
forever.
pod. I'm not going anywhere, you guys.
Have a blast. Don't forget, guys, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to YouTube. I've been threading lately, and no, I'm not talking trash about you on Threads, Erica. Spotify,
Not that
video
I'd ever
comments,
know.
5-star Patreon. Do it all. Help us really. 2026, guys. Crazy goal here. 10,000 followers. Crazy goal. We're
Let's do it.
22% there. So that's a crazy
Ooh.
goal. But let's get there.
We could do it. Why not? I believe.
There you go. All right, Erica. Take us home.
I'm going to give one extra shout out to our amazing sponsors. We got My Race Tats and we got Right Socks, UFOs and Firefly. You guys are great. Thank you for everyone for listening to us. Even we may fight and we may argue, but
We're real.
you know we love you.
Don't fear the code brown.
And don't forget to stretch.
Oh, I sent you the thing yesterday of 29 all day.
So it's my birthday.
Right now.
Right now.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Schmidt. I'm 29, folks. What's up? 29? 29?
29? 29?
What's that
Just
mean?
the fact that they yelled that out the window at him. Wait, what does it mean?
Yeah.
That's a whole episode. It was Schmidt's 29th birthday, and that's all he would go around saying, 29? So now whenever I think of my age, I'm like, 39? I'm 39? I can't believe people yelled that at him out the window. At least call him Max. That's his real name. Or Schmitty. I would be like, we built this, Schmitty. We built this, Schmitty, our Tootsie Rolls.
Can you please not tell anybody I just did that? That feels embarrassing. Actually, you know what? I don't care what people think.